Buckle your seatbelts, it's beer time. I've seen a few things floating around online talking about adding pickles to beer, specifically adding pickles to bad beer to make it taste better. On principle, I kind of feel like if you have to add something to beer, you probably shouldn't be drinking that beer at all. However, for the sake of making a video, I decided to try it out. So we got Coors Light, because Natty Light would have been stooping too low even for me. We're gonna add some classic pickles to that. And then when I did the minimal amount of research that I did for this video, I found a few other suggestions of things to add to beer that kept coming up a lot. One of them was apple juice. I feel like that's gonna make it taste like sort of like a radler or a shandy, and it's gonna be like this horrid color of pee. So we're gonna try that. I'm also gonna add a lime to it as sort of like a, what do you call it? As a control, because I've had lime added to bad beer before, specifically PBR. I never really felt like it made that much of a difference. It was just kind of bearably better. So this is the standard with which we're judging everything else. And then the grossest sounding thing that I found when I was searching was half and half, specifically adding half and half to dark beer. I'm gonna use this vanilla porter. This is Breckenridge Brewery's vanilla porter. I know a lot of people love this beer, and I thought that I loved this beer, but I bought it recently and I really didn't like it. So we're gonna add some half and half to this, and we're gonna see if it makes it better. Oh man, so this half and half concoction is already congealing into like a mass. It reminds me of this one time in college when I went to visit my friend Claire, and she bought me a cement mixer, and you like slosh it around in your mouth and it kind of starts to form a mass, hence the name cement mixer. Whoa. Ooh. I'm not really excited to try any of these, to be honest with you. Let's just start with this before it forms into a creature from a horror movie. I don't wanna. So this is vanilla porter mixed with half and half. Let's find out. Does this make the vanilla porter better? My guess is no. Actually, not gonna lie, it's not that bad. Texture aside, it tastes a little bit like a milkshake. I think that the half and half adds a nice creaminess to it. Honestly, if you did this with vanilla ice cream instead of half and half, that would be like a totally reasonable thing to do with a beer. People do it with Cokes. You have a root beer float or a Coca-Cola float, a Black Cow. So this wouldn't be that weird to me. Way better than it looks. Don't know, there must be some sort of chemical reason why it creates this sort of moisturizer-like texture. I wonder if I put it on my skin if it would feel good. Next is gonna be my control for the Coors Light portion of the video. So this is the Coors Light mixed with a hefty squeeze of lime and then garnished with a lime slice. It's not a wedge, it's an entire circle. Nice geography term for that. Geography? Geometry. Well, down the hatch it goes. So it's actually pretty refreshing. And this entire lime circumference slice of a sphere that I've stuck in here is adding a little bit of rind flavor to the beer since it's been sitting for like a few minutes now. So you're getting some of that bitterness from like the pith of the fruit. I'm gonna throw that word pith in there so it sounds a little more professional. Meanwhile, I've been just losing my mind this entire video. Yeah, I mean, definitely masks the sort of skunky natural flavor of Coors Light. Cold as the Rockies. So a win and a win here. Do you guys like my bird? Someone's blowing up my phone right now. Claire, slideshow. So this one is Coors Light mixed with apple juice. It's actually really good. So far, so good on these suggestions, people. It sort of tames the carbonation, so it feels a lot more juice-like in your mouth. I feel like this is probably what mothers in the 1950s fed their babies to get them to fall asleep at night. They just gave them a little bit of juice mixed with some beer. I feel like the longer I talk in these videos, the deeper my voice gets. I feel like I'm down. I could be singing in the tenor range right now. It's just getting deeper and deeper. Last but not least, the thing that we've all been waiting for, we've got Pickles. 2 Vlasics sitting in a pool of Coors Light. It's really pretty, especially under this light. Bubbles and the bumps on the pickles. It definitely maintains the beer flavor a little bit more than the other 3 have. Neutralizes that bad Coors Light scent a little punch of acid, maybe a little punch of salt from those pickles. I think adding pickle juice instead of a pickle might be the better way to go with this, because the other three I think really succeeded because it was able to mix like correctly. I think this, like, you can't squeeze a pickle to get pickle juice out. So maybe adding a pickle and then like just a hint of pickle juice would neutralize that sort of bad beer flavor a little more quickly. And then at the end, you know, as the pickle sits in there, that pickle's gonna enhance the pickle flavor even more. And then at the end, you get this nice pickle that's been like infused with a little bit of beer, and it could be a really nice sensorial experience. Pickles and beer, huh? What will they think of next? What would my dad think? He would hate this. He's a Genesee man through and through. I'm not gonna mix beer with margarita mix. I'm sorry, that doesn't make any sense. But if you have any suggestions, leave them below and I will make another video like this. Felt kind of awkward, felt a little stiff, felt like I was, you know, kind of putting on a show. But you know what? We got through it. We're here. We tried it. Like, comment, subscribe. I don't know how to end these.